Hey there, welcome to a new video. This is a mobility practice today for the shoulder, the glenohumeral joint, specifically internal rotation of the glenohumeral joint. So we will work on that. We will first start with a CARS, controlled articular rotation, and then continue with PAILS, RAILS as the technique to increase the range of motion that we have for internal rotation. For that we will do something that's called the sleeper stretch. So we will be laying on our side. All you need is maybe a pillow or something so you can prop up your head, but besides that we will be laying on our side on the ground. Let's begin with the controlled articular rotation. Today we're doing only the glenohumeral joint, so always before we work on any mobility practice for any joint, you want to warm up the joint a little bit and prepare it for the mobility training. I have a video where I show you the CARS, controlled articular rotations for the whole body. It's just a 10-minute routine. That's something I do every single day. I will link it up here and you can also hopefully integrate that in your day. So every morning after waking up, after brushing teeth, you do that one. This is a routine you can do once, twice a week, because we're targeting very specific only internal rotation of the shoulder, and there's so many other joints you also want to work on throughout the week. So let's come into a kneeling position. You can put the pillow to the side or a bolster. I will move back a little bit so you can see me better. So now once we're here, we just want to make sure that the hand, when you bring the arm down next to you, is not touching the ground. So I actually will do it just sitting on the feet. You bring the hand to the chest, externally rotate, keep the arm straight, reach that arm across the chest, up and over, up towards the ear. Now start to internally rotate, slowly moving back. Do your best to not move anything else, and then back down to your right hip. Now back and up. Still internally rotating, slowly going up, externally rotate, past the ear, over and to the right. Very good. One more, just like that. Start to internally rotate, reach back and down. Back and up. Externally rotate. And down. Very good. Let's switch sides. Straighten the left arm next to your left side body. Over across the midline and up. Past the ear. Do your best to not move anything else. Internally rotate. And reverse it. Very good. One more round on your own. And reverse the last one. Very good. As I mentioned in the full body CARS, stay away from any painful areas. So if there's anything that's painful as you're going through your full range of motion, then just cut the movement shy of that area. So that means if you think of it with the joint, you're in a socket and you're moving at your end range. If there's pain here, you want to move around it and then continue. Same when you go backwards the other way, you hit that spot, you go around it and then continue. Do not push through the pain, and see a specialist that can look into the specific pain in the specific angle. Now we are warmed up in the glenohumeral joint, the shoulder, ball and socket joint. We can now continue coming on the side for the sleeper stretch. So grab your pillow for your head and we lay down on the side. Maybe it's tempting to take a nap, but not today. We're doing some mobility training for the shoulder. Bend your knees. You can also put something between your knees, highly recommended. Also when you actually sleep on the side, put something between the knees. Maybe I'll put a block there. Magic block appears, and you lay on the side and bring your arm in internal rotation. So this would be internal rotation, this would be more of an external. Today we're working only internal. You gently place your hand on top of the other hand so that you have a little bit of weight going down. And we stay here for about 2 minutes. As you know from our other mobility videos, and if you do not know, then hopefully you check them out after this. We first stay for 2 minutes in the pose, in the end range. We do a passive stretch. Passive means we're now using gravity and a little bit of the weight from my other hand to push down, to really open up the shoulder and to get to our end range. And then with the mobility techniques, PAILS, RAILS, we break up and open up new range of motion. We're teaching with this training the nervous system that it's okay to open up more range of motion, more space. And we do that in a very active way. We now already have almost 1 minute, so 1 more minute to go. And then we will go through PAILS, RAILS, 2 sets, and then switch to the other side. The PAILS contraction is, or PAILS in general, stands for Progressive Angular Isometric Loading. And the progressive tissue is the one that you feel right now that's being stretched. So you want to contract that one. That means while you are in your end range, let's say here is for me the end range. We got 30 more seconds here. I would block the hand and you will do the same. And then you try to lift that hand, the left hand, up. So you're pressing into the hand that's blocking it. We're holding that for about 20 seconds, and then you do regressive angular isometric loading. That means you want to reach further down with the hand. For that, you can take away the hand because no need to block anything. Okay, so let's get ready for that. You block the hand. Now we have the passive, we are in our passive end range, and we want to now with PAILS, RAILS open up new range of motion. So let's start to press the left hand up and reach up 20% effort, 40%, 60%, 80%, and 100% effort. Hold it there. 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, keep reaching up, keep pressing up into the right hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now reach down with the left hand. Try to reach down even more. That's not moving much because you are in your end range, but we're using internal strength. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay there. Put the hand gently again on top. Keep your left arm, the one that's on the bottom, at 90 degrees. And relax. Slowly inhale. And even slower, longer exhale. When you feel ready to continue, let's do the second round. If you need a longer break, then just hit pause and then continue. So before we do the other one, I want to say you will not see much in the video. It looks like I'm not moving much, but I'm actually trying with all my internal strength to reach this hand up and press it into my hand. So it's a lot of strength I'm creating from within, but there's not much movement on the outside. All right, so let's start to lift that left hand up. That means pressing into the right hand, 20% effort, 40%, increase to 60, 80, and 100%, your greatest, safest effort. Keep pressing up, holding there for 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm even starting to shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reach down, rails contraction. You can now lift that right hand up, and the left hand is reaching more down. Try to move the wrist more down towards the ground. 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Maybe you already see a little bit how the hand moved more down, or the wrist came more down only after 2 rounds. So we are opening up new, usable range of motion. Now you decide, you can do one more round just like that. So if you want to do that, pause the video, do one more round, because I will now transition to the other side. You can do up to 4 rounds for each shoulder. But if you're new to this, maybe leave it at this or do one more. Okay? So decide now, pause, or transition with me to the other side. You can use your other hand to help release, and then slowly come to the other side. Your shoulder will likely feel sore in the morning, but this is training for the joint capsule, so it will feel very different. It will just be on a deeper level where you will feel this. But super important stuff to also open up the shoulders and just have more usable range of motion. So now we're going on the other side. Make your way there. Put again something between the knees. Very good. And we're going into internal rotation with the right shoulder, the glenohumeral joint. Keep the arm at 90 degrees. Very good. And we're here first for 2 minutes, so we can fully move into the passive end range. Keep the breath going. We got over 1 minute to go, 1.5 almost. So maybe at this point it's a good time to, now that you already know what's going to come for this side, maybe now it's a good time to talk about how to integrate this into your practice, into your routines. So you can of course do the individual mobility training throughout the day, throughout the week, schedule it. I like to do, for example, a flow practice, then I do some drills, some strength training, and then I like to do at least one joint almost every day mobility training. So it could be one day you do hips, next day you do, or hips external rotation, then you do shoulders internal rotation, then you do hips internal rotation and shoulders external, or something like that. So you can just spread it out. You can also do a few of those one after the other. So for example, today you could do this one, internal rotation for the glenohumeral joint, and then right after you do hip internal rotation, or something like that. It's good to work on every joint once a week, at least. If you can, or if you want to do more, then of course you can also do more. Just see how you feel with your recovery. So now we have 2 minutes. You know the drill now. We want to reach up with the wrist, but the hand is blocking it in your end range. So 20% reaching up. You can make a fist with your right hand. 40%, 60%, 80%, and 100%. Your safest, greatest effort. Hold it there. Keep reaching up, pressing up into the left hand. 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hand and reach the right wrist down towards the ground. All with internal strength. You're trying to reach the wrist down. More internal rotation in the shoulder for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Again, put the hand on top. Slowly inhale. And even slower exhale. If you need longer of a break, then pause the video. Otherwise, let's do the second round. Start to press with your right wrist upwards into the blocking hand, 20%, 40%, 60, 80, 100%, safest, greatest effort, holding for 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rails contraction. Reach down with the right hand as much as you can with your internal strength. 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7. Reach down more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the right hand, the left hand on top of the right. And now you decide if you want to do another round or maybe 2 more, or if you decide you're done now. So I'm going to be done, but know that you can work more on this. Slowly release and slowly come up and out of this position. This is PAILS RAILS mobility training to increase your active, usable range of motion for the glenohumeral joint, for your shoulder, for internal rotation. Thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. I know this is a different kind of training for a lot of you, especially if you're new to mobility training. I highly recommend you check out the mobility playlist up here. We are doing our best to add more and more videos so that we have mobility training for every single joint in the body. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment below how this felt for your shoulders, maybe the next day how your shoulders are feeling, and also support the channel by subscribing. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video tomorrow. With love and gratitude, namaste.